James Lupton for Pro Boxing Fans. Delighted to join with Archie Sharp. Archie, how you doing, mate?
Yeah, very well, thank you. How are you?
Very good, thanks, mate. Very good. It's been a little while since we spoke. Let's go back a little while to your last fight, Jeff Ofori. You weren't best pleased with your performance. A bit of time now you've had to reflect on it. How do you still feel about it?
Yeah, it wasn't a great performance. It was it was very average performance for myself. Um, I've only watched the fight back once at the minute, and to be honest with you, I didn't even get hit much. To be honest with you, I just never threw as much as what I should have, and I didn't really get to work. But no, don't take it away from Jeff. Jeff's a very tough an opponent. He's a big fellow as well. Do you know what I mean? He's come down 2 weights for the fight, so he's a big lad and he's a strong lad, and so he's definitely no idiot. He's boxed at a good level. I think he gave Hara Davis a good run for his money until later on. But Hara Davis is naturally a light welterweight fighter, so where I am only a super featherweight. And but yeah, I watched it back and got the win, and now it's time to move on.
Obviously, Jeff was an old sparring partner of yours as well. Did you get complacent? Did you feel like there was no chance of you losing? Was that mentality with you at all?
Um, don't get me wrong. I didn't think I'd lose. No, and there's not a fight that I do believe that I go into, and I think there's a possibility of losing. It's always winning, but I think with it, just like I say, the first fight back after 8 months, this whole COVID behind closed doors. I'm used to having hundreds of people there cheering on. You know what I mean? So it was all a bit new for myself and obviously Jeff. Um, but that wasn't the excuses for an average performance. I think me making that move with a new trainer now just goes to show that there's obviously things that weren't great in camp. Um, so now, like I say, we move on.
You mentioned there, new camp, new trainers. First of all, talked about leaving Rich. Obviously, you've been together for a long, long time. I know it must have been a hard decision for you to make.
Yeah, we've been together for a very long time, and obviously we set our dreams to go and win a world title together. And we ain't done too bad really. Like I say, we got to number 3 in the world in WBO. Um, I know we're number 4 now due to Shakur Stevenson coming up, but we're still in the world ranking. We're 19 and 0. I'm only 25, so I think we've done very, very well. Listen, me and Rich still talk. I just spoke to him just before we spoke, so I'll see him today at the gym this morning in my first session. So yeah, I still speak to Rich. I still see him. But regarding trainer, Alan Smith is my new trainer now. Yes. And it was a mutual decision between me and Rich.
And so, how long have you been with Al Smith down at New Box? It's been a couple of weeks yet.
Couple of weeks now, yeah. So it's going into my second week next week. So it's still very early days, but like I say, in that short period of time of working with Al, I feel like I've just got the old me back. Do you know what I mean? And it's not because of Richard, and that's what I was saying was with Rich. We are like we are family, me and Rich. Do you know what I mean? And sometimes you just get complacent. And now I've got Al. It's just different routine. It's all new. And yeah, like I say, I'm flying at the minute. The gym is very, very good at the minute, and I feel in very good shape already. And I'm not even got a date yet.
That's it. Was certainly it's a thriving gym. Like I say, Al Smith, Eddie Lamb down there, and you've got boys like Dennis McCann, Lucian Reed's down there around at times as well. So it's a good little young gym with guys around about your age. What's it like being down there with the guys who are all sort of prospects, or around about the same sort of age as you?
Yeah, it's good because obviously for me, at the camp there, I'm obviously the most experienced one there at the minute. And to be honest with you, I'm like the granddad in there. They're all like young 18, 19s now. I'm 25. So for me, it's good because it gives me a kick. Do you know what I mean? It gives me a kick up the arse to get myself going again. Being around these little young fighters, like I say, great prospects, great futures. So yeah, it's very good for me. It brings that sharpness, that buzz back. Like the gym that me and Richard was at is a very good gym. Amigos gym's a very good gym. But for me, whereas obviously all my friends up there, it's all a bit pally. Sometimes you lose your way, and like I say, you just get a bit complacent and a bit, and that's how it kind of got. I was up there this morning, strength and conditioning, no problem at all. But in the evenings, I'm over there with Val. You got Eddie over there, like you say. You got Paul Taylor. It's a great little camp over there. And I'm familiar with Val. I've known Al through the boxing circuit for a very long time as well, and he's just got that professional experience at that level that I need.
No, absolutely. Have they, like I say, coming on to your second week, have you already noticed changes in your routines with Al?
Yeah, for sure, 100%. And the thing is, I am only 1 or 2 fights away from a world title fight, so I've took things a lot more serious. For all these other past fights, really, I've lived well in the gym, but outside of the home life, everything's always active. I'm always doing something. I'm always busy. But now I'm living 100% professional life. I'm waking up in the morning, I'm training, I'm resting, and I'm going back to gym, coming home, resting, chilling out. Do you know what I mean? Enjoying time with the family and just being chilled, not driving around, and just because even just not doing anything takes it out of you. Like when you're driving around, sitting in traffic all day, just being active all the time, trying to do little business adventures, it takes you off the game a little bit, and that's kind of what happened with me. To an extent. So even just with that, it's just like I say, I've got the buzz. I'm back in the gym twice a day. I'm living life like a professional now, and you watch the changes that you'll see.
How important is it that you've recognised that? Because you could have quite easily gone, do you know what? I'm undefeated. I'm ranked number 4 in the world. I'm with me pals. It's all, life's good. Life's easy. How important is it for you to recognise that now at this stage?
Well, the thing is, like you say, I'm unbeaten. I'm only 25. I'm 19-0. I'm ranked 4 in the WBO world ranking. I'm in a very good position. And there's talks like Frank's very keen to get these big fights in MTK with Jamel Herring and Framptons and things like that. So I'm in a very good position. But you see me, this level here, I'm here. I want to be up the top there. I want to be unifying titles, you know what I mean? So to be doing that and being undisputed champions, to be doing that, I need to be living 100% the life. Like I say, don't drink, I don't go out partying, I don't do anything like that. When I mean live the life, I just mean by being a little bit more chilled and just boxing instead of boxing, business adventure, boxing. Do you know what I mean? Up and down, up and down. So now, and whilst I'm winning, I might as well make the changes now because I'm only two. It just goes to show where I am as a fighter working on 65, 75%. Do you know what I mean? What's going to happen now in the next fight when I've dedicated myself properly with the living, with the life? And I use John O'Carroll as a good example because obviously, look what he just got beat by Maxie Hughes. And I've got John O on Instagram and I see that he's out there and he's doing the same thing. Like he's 100% onto the boxing. Um, and he unfortunately picked up a loss. So whilst I'm winning, I'm making the changes now.
Absolutely. You mentioned there, Jamel Herring. He's obviously just signed a advisory deal with MTK. I was going to ask you how easy is it to make the fight, but it also sounds like he's probably going to retire after Frampton fight.
Well, either way, whatever happens, the WBO is going to be with MTK. So that fight's it's 100% on the table. I've got to do my bit and keep winning, obviously, until then. But Jamel's in the camp, Frampton's in the camp, and the WBO's in the team. So it just goes to show that move there with Jamel going to MTK is very, very exciting, very exciting. And I bet Frampton's over the moon as well, because it's going to be very easy for Frampton and Jamel, which is going to be likely to happen first. And then me coming off the winner of them two.
From somebody who's been with MTK for a long time, although he's your rival as such, or you're hoping to potentially be your rival, Jamel Herring, what will MTK do for him?
Oh, MTK, listen, they're a great management team, aren't they? Very great management team. And I think they're going to get the best for Jamel. And if Jamel is looking at retiring, I think what MTK would do, they get him some couple of good fights and earn him some good money for on the way through as well. So for them going with, what's it called? For Jamel going with MTK is a very good move for him. And like I say, it's a very good move for myself, Frampton, and the other MTK fighters because it means that the WBO is there.
In terms of Frampton, again, we've not spoken since he fought Darren Trainer. What did you make of his performance that night?
Well, do you know what? I think Frampton, listen, I never see the messages, but from what I've been told, he was quick to jump on the bandwagon when he see my performance with what's his
Jeff.
name, Jeff Ofori. So yes, I have watched the parts of Jamel's fight, and me personally, I think Jamel quit. It was a very unusual fight because the fella had a point deducted 2 rounds before, so that was his punishment in my eyes. The fella's been caught with the head. He's had his punishment, and now all of a sudden, do you know what I mean? He's lost 2 rounds later because Jamel says he can't see. So, in my eyes, it looked like he quit.
So that's Jamel Herring and Jonathan Oquendo. So Frampton and Darren Trainer, what do you make of Frampton's performance a few weeks back?
Did you just ask me Frampton? Sorry, I'm talking about Jamel, and I do apologise. I've got lost there because my eyes. You know what it is? I'm so set on Jamel. Everything's on Jamel at me because he's got the WBO. I do apologise. Yeah, no, that was the Jamel Herring fight. Sorry, the Frampton fight on the same card as me. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't even watched the back. I've seen highlights. And yeah, he got the job done. He done what he had to do. Do you know what I mean? He done what he had to do. So fair play to Frampton. He got the win. But yeah, Jamel, like I say, Jamel's just been on my head, mate. Honestly, because he's been on my mind since since I watched his fight, really. Because I do believe he quit that fight, and like I say, he was quick enough to jump on the bandwagon with me when I had a bad performance. So, but yeah, we'll just see.
Absolutely. And just finally, like I say, I know we're on a bit of a time schedule. You've got to go to the gym. You mentioned earlier Shakur Stevenson. He's coming to your division. He goes in above you in the rankings. Good, another young prospect. Good up and coming former world champion. Could be a great fight between the two of you.
Yeah, for sure. Because the thing is, like I say, you see, with me, I need these elite level fighters, to bring the best out of me. Otherwise, I just won't. It's hard sometimes for me to get out of bed for these fights because I just want to box the best. And as an amateur, I was always boxing at elite level, always boxing great amateurs, all around the world. So the Shakur Stevenson fights, that's what interested me. Do you know what I mean? That's what interested me. And he was a phenomenal amateur himself. I remember watching him in the Olympics. But I generally believe I'll be too clever for the likes of Shakur. I know he's got a big team around him. Sometimes people lose their way when they've got a big team, a lot of hype so early on. I think it's fair to say for me, I've earned my stripes now with 4 years of hard work, fighting behind the scenes and trying to build my name up.
Obviously, Shakur, I believe, is coming up in weight, obviously world champion at the lower division. How do you feel he'll fare at the higher weight? Do you feel he'll do the same?
He looks like a big lad. I've never seen him in the flesh though, but he does look like quite a fair size. I think he'll be all right. He's showing. His last fight was behind closed doors against a super featherweight, and he showed a lot of strength there. So I think size-wise, I think he'll be all right.
Fantastic. Archie, I won't keep you no longer. I appreciate your time today. I know you've got to get off down to Bromley there, but enjoy.
And yeah, no, lovely. Thank you.